Ain't no dummy. Hi, I'm Debbie. Not just a beat builder, but also the soft-spoken production talent behind what's been the rhythm everybody's been talking about. WYFL, just what the dancehall doctor ordered. Crash Dummy's sort of shy, but in the spotlight anyway.
Dummy on a beat, so it's a banger.
It definitely does get easier when you have this type of success on a rhythm because people believe in you more, which I do not blame them for not necessarily seeing the vision prior to. Definitely they are regretting it now. I don't hold any grudges or any hard feelings.
Not new to the business and no dummy, but got the name from Idonia.
Yeah, I was known for testing cars, driving them fast, but as a result, getting in a ton of car accidents.
Lives in Toronto, says he's a family man.
I have my 2-year-old daughter. She's everything for me, so she's been the blessing for me.
Idonia, again, his gateway to the biz.
He gave me the opportunity first with IG Girls on a bigger scale, which is a song I produced for him that did very well. Myself, Idonia, Governor, we have a long-standing family relation that goes back a while. So through that, I have been working in the background on my music production and then given the opportunity through them.
And now he's struck Riddim Gold.
So me and DJ Mac, we've been working over the past 3 years. We started with Chaka Riddim, which was released in 2023. Then we went 2024 with Fiesta Riddim. I created the beat.
The sound is yours.
Yeah, which did really well as well. And now coming into 2025, in the latter part of the year, we had to find something.
Found WYFL. You think you had to leave Jamaica before this actually was able to happen?
I would have to leave Jamaica for that to happen. It's easy to be influenced by what is running the place right now. Me being in Toronto, it's very few songs make it all the way to Toronto from Jamaica. So I'm not hearing a lot of what's happening.
Distance gave you a broader perspective.
Exactly.
A beat to build a bridge.
I really wanted to make the sound cross over into the international market a bit more, and that was really my sole focus. So it is surprising to see that you accomplished that plus more.
See, I know what the problem is. I don't really brag enough, but you don't talk about prices when your bag is up.
The WYFL, in your mind, has more to do with an international sort of crossover sound as opposed to something that somebody is going to hear and say what?
That it's not going to pass airport.
And people have been saying that.
Exactly, and they've been saying that for dancehall on a whole, as a genre, that, not necessarily that the entire genre is not passing airport, no, but that we have a lot of room to grow.
That hurts.
Yeah.
So you wanted specifically what elements to be incorporated to give it that broader appeal?
I wanted to show that we in Jamaica as well can produce high quality music production, similar, comparable to your favorite rappers, your favorite pop stars. If we can find a way to, be comparable with other genres, then we will bridge the connection with other artists in those regions. Build our credibility in Jamaica as well. The music is really good, but the sound has evolved around the world, while ours maybe had room to grow still.
And so WYFL, once there is that song that works, can translate to radio immediately, or somebody would have to remix it, tinker with it again before it is Billboard worthy?
In my personal opinion, I do believe that post-production will help you to accomplish that, exactly.
So there is more to go for that rhythm to produce that Billboard hit? Because
each song is voiced on a rhythm, that's the first phase. Now, to paint the picture behind that song and the rhythm is the second phase. So to draw the connection between the darkness of a Chronic Law song, such as Badness Upgrade, or to flip it to a melodic arrangement for Nige Boy when he's singing a relationship-based song.
So you would come in on that end again, or would somebody else come in and do the other embellishment, the cleaning up, I guess raising the production quality to airworthiness?
That would be handled by me. So I would handle all the post-production. Again, I'm very hands-on with my projects. I like to work alone as it pertains to the beat production and creativity side of things. From there, I work with DJ Mac to then take it to the streets and to take it to the different, DJs around the local scene, and also to help push it through the TikTok market. But from a creative standpoint, I like to be very hands-on with everything.
Because wasn't that what Shaggy was saying, that for this to chart, to be Billboard worthy, it would have to be, the production value would have to be stepped up? That was what he was saying.
I did hear briefly something of what he was saying, which nonetheless is what we did with WYFL, so I was not sure where he was coming from with that. I believe he was under the impression that the artists were bringing their own production to the Riddim, which is not the case. I was the one building the post arrangements for the Chronic Law, the Niger Boy, Mavado. All of those were
all the songs
were post-produced by me. Yeah, were post-produced by me as well.
For clarity's sake, Crash Dummy, what is you on the Riddim and what is DJ Mac?
I'm the composer, the arranger. I handle the post-production and bringing the songs to life.
And what is Mac's involvement?
Helping to bring the project to life in the streets.
Because he has the name?
I wouldn't say necessarily the name, but he's a marketing genius as well. He's very hands-on, he's very connected in the streets, and he also knows, he has an ear for great music as well.
He knows everybody.
He does know everybody.
And he knows a lot of people.
And he knows a lot of people as well, especially given the dynamic that I'm in Toronto and he's in Kingston. When we do connect, we cover a lot of ground.
WYFL's rise coinciding with ongoing questions around trap-influenced DJs and their impact on the music scene. Would you describe it as a trap rhythm?
Yes, I would describe it as a trap rhythm because of the sound selections. I would describe the groove and the bounce more of a dancehall type of groove. Trap fusion would be the best term for it. So between dancehall and trap. But I guess what I'm getting at is the sound selection is super important in dancehall production right now. If we continue to use the dancehall sounds that we've grown up, being used to, it may not cut through to the next stage.
Is WYFL going to be the rhythm that opens doors and answers some of those questions?
Exactly. It gives the platform for us to deliver our messages and be accepted for the quality that it's providing. For example, we have Chronic Law, Skipper, we have Mavado, but we also have Remy Ma, Fabulous, NLE, Chopper that are equally accepting the work for what it is. They appreciate it. They're pushing it in their regions and markets such as New York, Germany, England, which is what I was hoping to accomplish with the production itself, because the sound itself is big enough to take us to those other countries as well.
So has it occurred to you that you could possibly be the guy that's going to provide the impetus that especially the younger generation, need right now to get their sound out there and get wider recognition?
I would hope it sets the stage for them as well and gives a template for everyone to follow, because the results speaks for itself.
WYFL hitting like no other rhythm has in a long time, and still with legs. Who are you pitching it to?
Currently, we're pitching it into the US market, to be totally transparent. That's where we are right now. We are gaining grounds, so we're looking forward to bridging that connect with more artists.
Is the end game to sell the rhythm to a label?
No, what we've accomplished already, the feat that we've accomplished with this WYFL, there's no labels that I firmly believe that can come in and help it to grow any further than it already has grown. So it may change the direction unintentionally if we do get others involved at this point.
To what do you attribute where it's got so far?
It's because we kept the rhythm open for most people to be a part of it. So in its current, when it became viral and got a lot of interest, instead of closing the door, we kept it open.
A rhythm in itself can spark a lot of interest, and because of its sound, all of a sudden everybody is talking about it. But what is the element that's missing and has yet possibly to be brought to the plate by DJs? How do they need to step up their game now?
Not being afraid to try new sounds, as you can hear with WYFL. Let's not follow each other, you know? Let's not just, because you hear WYFL, you go and you do the same thing. Not to say that you can't take elements from it, but let's continue to try to work on the sound itself through the production quality and as well the artists. I think the hooks is something that I feel we could really focus on a bit more as a industry. As seen with Skipper's WYFL, it was a hook that was a call response to the rhythm, and it's not usually done in dancehall, but it gives the sense of a bigger production, a thoughtful production.
Hooks. Less is more?
Less is more with hooks, which is why the relationship between the artist and the producer needs to as well develop a bit more. Because getting beats randomly doesn't help you to build a sound as opposed to collectively working on a sound together. I would like for the artists to be more open to the producer's suggestions.
I do my step, I do my dance, I know the body's looking pressed. BVS, on my neck, it's on my neck.
Direction and production is very key to the end result, and I feel like there should be a bit more trust given to the producers in that regard to allow us to make the changes that we need, because it's something that we dedicate a lot of the time to, is listening as opposed to our artists, projects.
You think something has shifted with the WYFL Riddim?
I feel like with the Riddim now, it does show that producers have a lot of power in the industry as well. I think that would be the main shift, because it's often that the artist is dominating the scene, but now you have DJ Mac and Crash Dummy with a WYFL Riddim that we're essentially, it's a collective body of work that's dominating the scene.
So in terms of dancehall in Jamaica right now, I can call you a power broker?
Yeah, me and DJ Mac, I say we would definitely be those two right now. I would say so.
She want a real man, she don't want a punk. Touch her body right, she want the slam dunk.
Stephen the Genius McGregor shining a light for emerging producers like Crash Dummy, and his positive WYFL feedback perhaps mattered the most.
I really respected that because as a beat maker, someone that spends the hours crafting the beat and spending the time doing the post-production, I feel like he really understands the amount of work that goes into successfully putting out a rhythm.
Are you surprised that some other names out there, some big people, Alkaline for instance, didn't jump on?
I would say I'm not surprised per se, but I would say it's a bit disheartening for his fans, because they definitely wanted to hear what a version of Alkaline would sound in comparison to some of the other artists that have dominated with the rhythm. It would have been a good, because rhythm juggling is still technically a competitive sport, so not contending, it's disheartening for the fan. His schedule could be very busy at this time. He did roll out an album, maybe it didn't align with his rollout, so.
Were you disappointed?
I wouldn't say disappointed, given the position that I was in and the songs that we were getting. We had our hands filled. Even Anthony B being able to resurrect his career the way he did.
Wasn't that something
Yes.
that came like a bolt from the blue?
Which brings it back to the power of the rhythm, the competitive nature of the rhythm. People hear Anthony B and compare him to some of the other artists as well and find that, they thought he was the best of them all, because the rhythm allows that competitive nature and it gives you the platform to put your song on a bigger scale.
She does call me, say she want the king's son. Me drink some roots, me never drink rum.
Surely you're about to drop something else.
Yes. Because of the developments in the US market of the WYFL, we can't change direction right now, but definitely there is something in the works, and it's just a matter of timing right now. It will work out in the benefit for the entire dancehall industry if we also wait and put the attention on this rhythm.
And what do you imagine that sound is going to be?
Keeping the same drums, keeping that same groove, and I can't go too much into it without giving out the sauce, but the idea is to keep the similar elements of the WYFL while growing on the bounce a bit more.
At 36, his big beat and all the hoopla around it couldn't have come at a better time. A beleaguered biz begging for a big buzz, and WYFL on the mark. The hitherto silent partner in this production partnership now very much in the picture.
I want to show the power of what Jamaica can do. You know, once we all rally together and we have a rhythm behind us, we can really tap into different markets.